MMRSA fund. And they also go into penalties, section 19360, talking about the penalties that a person who engaged in cannabis activity without a license and or without using their associated unique identifiers will be subject to. And those penalties are civil penalties of up to twice the amount of a license fee associated with that violation. And each day of operation will constitute a separate violation. So the way I read that is civil penalties up to twice the amount of the license fee per day, which can get pretty crazy. That can add up, especially, I don't know, what is a license fee, $5,000, I don't know. But whatever it is, it can get pretty crazy.
It's contingent to your water use.
What was that?
It's contingent to your water use. It's called tiered permitting.
Yeah.
The amount of water that you're using, they raise the amount of money that you owe based on how much they think you're pumping, or how much that you have shown that you're pumping.
Got it. So I imagine they'll be able to figure that out.
Yeah, they could actually go outside of your property and take a measurement through either a groundwater well or a river, and they can actually determine how many plants you have on your property through the groundwater flow. Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty scary. Anyways, they'll figure out a way to find you, whatever that license fee is. 2 times the license fee for every day that you're in violation. Let's see, we're going to move down to section 6. This is the section referred to that is part of SB 420, 11362.777. And what they've added to that is, or they've added 777. And that's where they allow cities, counties, and local jurisdictions to establish additional restrictions, regulations, or prohibitions beyond those established by the Medical Cannabis Cultivation Program to administer the cultivation of medical cannabis, and includes an outright ban on cultivation. Now AUMA creates an outright ban on up to all cultivation except for 6 plants and indoors, but for now, the wording in this particular bill creates what appears to be an outright ban altogether. Okay, another thing it does is it restricts Proposition 215. Patients to only grow a 10 by 10 personal garden. Makes it a crime to sell, donate, or distribute that marijuana to you or any other person or entity. It allows for primary caregivers, dispensaries, and collectors to provide for more than one patient to grow a 20 by 25, 500 square foot, without having to acquire the appropriate license from the state. And if allowed, from the local authority. So that if allowed means the local authority, the local authority can still disallow it. And if they disallow it, it will force the patient to travel outside of their city or county to get their medical product. And of course, that's illegal because it's a direct attack on Prop 215. But the legislators aren't stupid. They know that they're not allowed to do this. So that in itself should say that they know that they're going to be backed up by AUMA. That AUMA's going to come along and save their skin and make MRSA AUMA. So, yeah, this was not like a naive, they overlooked it, big mistake or anything like that. All this stuff is done piece by piece, section by section, to create the corporate government takeover of cannabis. So moving along. We'll go to 266. Okay, one of the things 266 does is it creates chapter 3.5 in division 8 of the Business and Professions Code. The reason I say this is because what we're going to find is throughout AUMA references to chapter 3.5 of division 8 of the Business and Professions Code. So in other words, MRSA wraps a lot of its regulations and a lot of its schemes into this chapter 3.5 of division 8. What AUMA does is make multiple references to this chapter, which is the same as making multiple references to MRSA. And those references allow for MRSA to become validated and constitutional, because voting for AUMA with those provisions that validate MRSA through the use of its, like chapter 3.5 division 8, that's the way they refer to it, or they refer to it by whatever other code numbers, so it makes it hard to decipher. But the ultimate result is that a vote for AUMA becomes a vote for MRSA, and so MRSA, then now everything they do, killing the no doctors, restricting the amount of grows that a patient can grow, all those things that they've done that they knew were unconstitutional would now become constitutional. So that's the idea. So 266 creates that chapter that all these other ones all go into. 266 also deals with enforcement. And they talk about grounds for disciplinary action against licensees. Those grounds, hang on a second. Let me go to that because it's recreational.